Aquarius, I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope that if it's cold where you are, you're staying warm. I hope you are feeling grounded, presently. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I was getting so many channeled messages for you guys. I want to kind of see where the cards are going to reinforce what I speak on because of the multitude of things that were coming through, and I want to kind of keep the message concise, cohesive, consistent, all of that. I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for being here. All right, Aquarius. I'm seeing somebody coming through with words of clarity for you. Unless this is you approaching somebody here. I'm seeing someone coming in quickly. I'm getting that the message is important, whatever they have to say. I'm seeing them be well prepared as well with whatever thing this is. It's like something that they've thought through. So even though this person is coming through quickly, it's something that they thought through. Okay? This can be a spirit guide too, you know, it doesn't always have to be somebody physically. It can always be an energy that's popping through. Okay. There may be something that we're trying to sort through at this point in time. This has to do with our emotions. I'm hearing something along the lines of what our emotions are embracing, maybe what we want to get attached to, what we don't want to get attached to. It's something that's going to help you ground your energy emotionally. I'm hearing clary sage. Okay. Something that something that you may have felt confused by until you got this clarity, and then it helps you understand what you want to be giving your emotional energy to. You're going to feel very, very happy. Going to feel very, very happy. That's what's coming to fruition here. We are working on our happiness. We're also working on grounding our emotions. When we talk about grounding our emotions, when we talk about the archetype of the King of Cups here, this is somebody who, regardless of what's going on in their environment, is able to center themselves, to be present. This means being aware of our emotions, being aware of our reactions. This means seeing our emotions, validating our emotions. This means being aware of what we're feeling, how we're feeling, why we're feeling what we're feeling. It's being analytical in that space, holding yourself. I'm hearing holding your emotional body in that space, your spiritual self in that space, and also being composed, managing the way that we decide we are going to react, act, how we are going to respond ultimately. And I'm seeing that there may have been something going on where we were unsure about an avenue that we wanted to go down upon in regard to our emotional response, okay? And I'm seeing this being very much grounded, and I'm seeing us focusing on something that turns out to be, it's almost like it may have been some sort of like intense or confusing situation that turns into something honestly delightful for you. I'm looking at here. It's like this is the manifestation of a really big sense of joy and happiness for you. I'm hearing personal satisfaction. This is something that you have independently established. This is something that you have put in the work to reap the benefits of. Somebody may be coming through communicating the way that they feel towards you, maybe a sense of love that they have. We could also be picking an avenue that we want, depending on what you're watching for. I was guided to mention this in the Gemini reading, so I'm going to mention it here. These are general readings that we do. Depending on where Aquarius falls in your birth chart, that is what this reading can be for. If this is about your sun sign, it's going to be, you're going to want to relate this to like your soul mission, your soul path, just the same as you would your north node. It's going to be like touching on similar features of that. Your north node is like your destiny, where you're heading, all of that. Your south node, I guess we're going to give the full breakdown, at least partial breakdown. Your south node is about like your past, where you've been, what you know, what you feel comfortable with, all of that. If you're watching for your MC angle, this would be, the MC is the highest point in your birth chart. This would be about your public persona. This would be you at your job, the way that you are perceived when you're doing your work, okay? Things like that. Things on like the business realm, career front, all of that. If you're talking about your IC, this is you in your very personal, I'm hearing subjective world, okay? This is you kind of like in your most private, vulnerable moments, okay? It's similar to your moon in that way. It's the Cancer in the bottom of your birth chart, okay? Naturally speaking, the 4th house. The MC is your 10th house. This is Capricorn energy. So again, public persona, all of that. If you are watching for your Venus, Venus is like interpersonal dynamics, relationships, okay? The things that we feel drawn to, attracted to, what we're attracting in. If you're looking at your Mars, this can be the ways that you want to assert yourself. It can have to do with like your sexual relationships with people, the ways that like a confrontation, okay? This can also have to do with like sports, activities, things like that. Again, it's like where we assert ourselves. This is our masculine energy, okay? Just as Venus is our feminine. And Venus, which is Taurus and Libra, this is all about our interpersonal relationships and things of that degree. Venus can also be about financially, things that are going on for us too, okay? Especially in relation to the home, okay? Financial background I'm getting as well. If you're looking for your moon, it's about very personal like emotions and processes that we're going through. If you're looking for your rising sign is going to most likely very much relate to what's going on physically in your environment for you, like in general, what's going on in your 3D life, okay? And it also matters like what is in your first house, because those are themes that you can see that are popping up for you. I don't want to like go off on a really long tangent here, so I'm just going to cut it off there because I feel like this is a lot of information that I'm giving. So yeah, if anybody has questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I will answer as best as I can. Astrology is something that I'm interested in, so there are also a lot of great pages that I would love to recommend, great YouTubes and all of that, channels that have a lot of great astrology stuff on it as well. So yeah, it's a great thing to understand. When you can understand your personal birth chart, it helps you understand like how the frequencies are going to be resonating with you in your life, and it gives you a very accurate, predictive picture of what's going to be happening for you. It can give you shed light on your past, also frequencies where we may have things that we need to work on. If you're analyzing your birth chart as well, it can show like the strengths where you have natural talent and ease, things that you're going to be kind of forced to figure out, just all of that kind of stuff. We can go on forever. Astrology is really endless in that regard. So yeah, maybe some of you guys are getting into astrology if I'm being guided to go on such a tangent. Okay. I'm seeing that there could be a spirit guide in addition to our ability to really rein in our emotional response. This is going to help us out in this situation. There may be somebody coming in a way that you feel is triggering to a degree. Not for everybody, for some. And you may not even feel particularly triggered. It's almost like this, maybe if you were in a different state, or if you didn't like know all that you know emotionally, you could potentially feel triggered. But I'm getting that like you're going to feel very, very proud of yourself with the way that you respond to a certain situation. I'm hearing test my Gandhi. This is like a Kanye West reference here. Maybe some of us listen to Kanye West. It's like somebody testing like your patience with something, okay? And like your ability to like remain calm and grounded in your response, okay? I'm seeing us ultimately having success here. It's like that happiness that you're looking for, you're going to be finding it. And again, this is something that you manifested independently for yourself. This is growth that you have decided that you were going to travel down the path upon, okay? And a place that you want to get to. And I'm seeing us feeling very confident. I'm seeing us feeling in touch with our creativity. And also feeling confident with our ability to, again, independently get things done. This is like knowing that you can be around others and enjoy that time that you have with them, and also feeling good about the space that you are taking up and feeling whole in that space as well, okay? It is so windy outside here. Were we dealing with a fire sign? For some of us, I'm picking up on that. If it's not a fire sign, this can just be somebody in general that you feel attracted to. This is a masculine energy I'm looking at. We could also be choosing that there's a creative direction that we want to be taking something in and having success stepping into this position. Like maybe you want to take control of something creatively. Maybe you want to lead something out here. I'm seeing us having success with stepping into this position and feeling very satisfied with something that we're establishing as far as our status, and also our ability to be patiently working and building on something in regard to how we're feeling emotionally, in regard to our fulfillment. I'm hearing satisfaction. This came through before. It's like feeling satisfied with this state that you're in. And again, I'm seeing that there could have been some obstacles, issues. I'm also hearing obstinance. Like somebody stubborn that we were dealing with, right? That you needed to overcome issues with, maybe work something out. I'm seeing this going successfully, okay? Maybe it was your time to step up with something, okay? Like that. I'm seeing that the success lies in the progress that we have made with being able to, I'm hearing zoom in, zoom out. Going into this reflective space. The Hermit is all about looking within, introspection. It's about being very honest about what we see when we look within. And I'm seeing that there's something, it's almost like finding the key to something. There's something that we found when we looked within that's going to be unlocking something, I'm hearing, even greater for us. Maybe we've also looked within, made progress looking within, and gained a sense of self-confidence that we know exactly who we are. We know exactly what we're talking about. We know exactly what we're picking up on, what we're perceiving, what we're seeing. The High Priestess knows everything. The High Priestess doesn't feel a need to share all of that information unless necessary, unless helpful in general to the collective. It's very much being in that place of feeling confident and knowing what you know. This is like picking up on things psychically, intuitively. Again, the High Priestess I'm hearing is not boastful. This is not an energy that's like telling people who they are, what they should be doing. This is all about being in the know and using that to resonate with everyone's highest good, including yours and those around you, okay? I'm getting something like this. We could be going through some sort of ascension, recognizing a position that we've established. I'm hearing within ourselves. I'm also hearing within our community as well. Maybe understanding gifts that we didn't even know that we had. It's like looking within and recognizing the High Priestess within you here. Wow, Aquarius. This is very profound. It's like uncovering things subconsciously. I'm almost seeing somebody like repetitively having this time to themselves, and it's like they keep setting this time out to be reflecting, and then they go about their life, and then it's like having this time again where it's like every once in a while or every like day, whatever time frame you set this within, it's like repetitively going and looking within, and it's like excavating something here where there's something that you're establishing, knowledge that you're finding, something that you're channeling, picking up on here. It's information that you're bringing to the front of your brain, something you're connecting with, tuning in with, that is revealing a whole plethora of knowledge that would not be tangible unless you were taking that time and space you needed to be unplugging, disconnecting, and going within. It's like having your very own frequency channel that you tune into where you get the information that you need. Something like that, okay? It's like your very own radio station frequency. This is so exciting. Yeah, this is something majorly that we're doing here. I'm hearing a whole new lifestyle. We could be changing a lifestyle that we have. For some of us, I'm seeing that there could even be a new position that you're stepping into. Like for some of us, maybe we're getting into things, I'm hearing of an esoteric nature, especially as we're speaking of Scorpio here. Scorpio, the 8th house. It's the house of the occult. Occult meaning literally hidden, okay? That's what it translates to in English. And it's all about uncovering those things, maybe understanding that you are very good at manifesting things, maybe having that realization, maybe understanding that you want to get into tarot, mysticism in a certain way. This is speaking about the 12th house as well. This is also, the Magician speaks on Mercury. This is about speaking things out. You may be doing something in relation to the collective unconscious, maybe bringing consciousness to things, raising the vibration, bringing light, bringing consciousness. I'm hearing to the air. I'm hearing to the throne. Like, again, maybe something with the collective, maybe taking up a certain position among the collective. I'm hearing so much stuff right now. So many different things. It's like using that information that you find to go through a transformation, but I'm seeing this transformation almost being bigger than just an individual. It's almost like collectively affecting people, okay? Like maybe people around you. You may be going through some sort of ascension actually with a group of people. I'm seeing you almost getting connected with like a group of magicians. It's like a bunch of these people have made progress looking within and understanding who they are and like uncovering certain like abilities, powers that they have. And I'm seeing them all go through like a very particular transformation. I'm hearing transcendentalism. Like being on multiple planes here, and it's like I'm almost seeing everybody in their graduation outfits here, but I'm seeing a class of people. It's like a group of people that are all going through a similar ascension. I'm here simultaneously, so maybe around the same time as each other, something like that. Okay. I'm getting this notion where we could have been going through an experience where we were feeling really weighed down by, I'm hearing task assignments that we had to complete. Okay, so I guess we're like going on like a really spiritual level with this, right? Task assignments meaning like soul contract things that you have to do, personal work that you have to do. It's like being in earth school, okay? Something along those lines. And it's like the way that these cards came out, I'm seeing this be like all the things that you're carrying, all these homework assignments you have to do. And then it was like Pisces came out over here. Remember, like everybody has the frequency of Neptune in their chart. The way that Pisces swung around here, it's almost like Pisces is helping you figure out something in relation to what you have to get done. Again, I'm getting a helping energy. So I'm seeing this by the Chariot over here. So all of these task assignments that we have, it's like, although they are difficult, although you may feel like there are obstacles and you have to pivot direction to find your way through this maze that you're in right now, ultimately you are successful, because I'm seeing these being paired together here, okay? So it's like transcending all of this homework, essentially, that you have to do. I'm hearing by completing the assignments. And then I'm seeing us finding a sense of happiness, maybe because of the way that we are reorienting our state of mind, the way that we're perceiving things, thinking. We could also be joining forces, joining up, something along that line, meeting a Pisces, something like that, okay? I'm getting something with the archetype of like Pisces in the 12th house. And also the archetype of Virgo and Sagittarius very strongly here. Mercury energy. I'm also looking at Scorpio. So I'm looking at Pisces. I'm looking at Sagittarius. I'm looking at 12th house energy. The moon. I'm looking at Scorpio here. I'm looking at Virgo and I'm looking at Mercury, which can also speak on Taurus energy. No, hold on. Virgo and Gemini. Maybe somebody that has Taurus in their chart. Maybe in a very particular place. This can be history. I don't know. Maybe something about past life. Something like that. Interesting. Okay, so let's keep going here. So I'm looking at the King of Wands and I'm looking at something we want to set boundaries with. I'm seeing this almost as you setting boundaries with a person in particular. This can mean, I think it was this reading. This could be Gemini's reading too. You may want to tune into that if you feel guided. I'm almost seeing it like somebody trying to be bossy in a way. Somebody maybe trying to, like, being controlling, something like that. Maybe somebody trying to, like, tell you who you are in a certain space, and you being like, no, I'm the one that defines that for myself. I'm seeing you wanting to take charge with something, wanting to be in control of something here in a way that feels liberating to you, because you are confident in your ability, and you are good at filling in this role. Like, this is somewhere where you feel like you belong. I'm getting something along those lines. And it's like, you're not going to let somebody take that from you in a way. This is like also making sure that you're staying in your own lane, I'm getting, while knowing that you can be confident and like give yourself credit for the work that you're able to do. I'm getting this on like a very like creative, passionate type of front here, okay? Where you want to lead something out and you're not going to let somebody stop you. This is like not caring about the opinions of others in a way where it's like, unless somebody's supportive of you and you feel like they're on the same page, you're not going to let anything hold you back here, okay? Okay, now I'm looking at the archetype of Sagittarius here. This is all about, this is temperance. This is about patience. This is about, I'm hearing elegance here with the ways that we do things. I'm seeing us figuring out the direction that we want to be moving into and being very patient, I'm hearing, with our process here. For some of us, there could be a Sagittarius that you are, like, very literally moving away from in some regard. For others, this is about, like, giving yourself time and understanding and patience to find where you feel like you're area of expertise is. This is like exploring things that you feel, I'm hearing, creatively driven by, also things that you feel guided to explore in that way. It's like giving yourself the opportunity to explore all the different things that you feel interested in, the things you feel called by, drawn to. And it's also about learning how you want to shed and release the things that you feel like are no longer in support of where you want to be going, okay? This is very much reminds me of the shedding energy of Scorpio here, where it's like going through a transformation by means of releasing things and also like grabbing onto the footholds that direct you down a path where you feel like you're being guided, okay? I'm getting something along those lines. Okay, now when it comes to our progress, okay, I'm seeing us really letting go of things that we feel like we're ready to shed. It's like understanding that life goes the way that it goes, and it is meant to be unfolding exactly in the way that it does. And it's almost like I'm seeing symmetry here. It's like before you were in that place where you learned to look within, you may have felt like you may have felt a big sense of disappointment in general. Maybe I'm hearing dysphoria. It's like not feeling like a sense of pleasure in general with life. And it's like, then I'm getting this molting energy. It's like, then you move into this place. See the symmetry between the outfits here? It's like you move into this place of becoming wise, like learning how to look within, learning how to balance yourself, learning how to be alone. It was almost like before, being alone may have really scared you, or there was like a lot of resistance to that in a way, where maybe when you were alone before, all you felt was depressed. And it's like now you see that as a really amazing time that you give yourself, and it's like you are understanding what you can actually uncover when you're alone, and now you don't feel the need. It's like making progress with that transition that you move into, learning who you are, learning your inner landscape. I'm hearing learning the treasure that you find when you look within. Things that you would not have found unless you gave yourself that time to ground, meditate, look within. It's like majorly going on this exploration of self-discovery here. I'm looking at counterpart energy. In relation to the High Priestess, I'm looking at spirit coming out. It's like understanding our connection, both with mysticism, with things of an esoteric nature, things that are like occult studies, information that we want to, I'm hearing unravel, okay? Unraveling, like the 12th house here. It's like bringing light to this and also bringing spirit into the mix. It's like feeling very much guided by your guides, by your higher self, by your inner guidance, and by the universe in general. This is the whole scale, essentially, of like mysticism and spirit, the universe. This is like embracing all of that into one. I'm getting this notion too. There may be a specific individual or people in general that you are linking up with, where maybe information that you have complements the information of somebody else. You may be like guided towards a person, towards an individual. I'm seeing two people here in front of spirit, and it's almost like they're listening to the same voice. And they may not know each other. They may come from like different backgrounds, maybe different locations on the map. And I'm hearing a guiding force that brings these people together here, okay? This can be a best friend energy. This can be somebody more than that. This can even just be somebody that you're working with to a certain degree, okay? But I'm seeing both of these people being led both by the High Priestess and by spirit here, okay? I'm hearing fully grounded. I'm hearing the completion of a transformation. This is like the completion of some sort of regenerative space that we've moved into. This is coming out on the other side of something brand new. This is like the the Ouroboros. That's like the snake that eats its own tail, and it's constantly going through shedding, transformation, rebirth, death, all of that. I'm hearing enlightenment as well. It's like I'm getting that this is the epitome of completing a major cycle. I'm hearing a cycle of Pluto, whatever that means to you. It's almost like coming out as like a brand new soul from something. Maybe I'm getting this Ascension vibe here. Some sort of like enlightenment, ascension, and then as you come out on the other side of this transformation that you have undergone, it's like now we end with the Magician here. I'm gonna pull one more card. Maybe even moving into a place where you're going to be in the public eye, because I'm almost seeing somebody watching here. With Mercury energy, this is all about, Mercury is all about the way that we communicate our thought processes. This is like messenger energy here. Is that Archimedes? Is that the messenger? It's about... Is that... I don't know. I'll have to brush up on my Greek mythology here. It's all about the ways that we communicate information. This can be messengers, meaning like spirit guides. This can be channelers. This can be tarot readers. I'm seeing somebody that once they undergo a transformation, they get put into the public eye in a way. Because I'm seeing people watching here. Maybe in a way where you're teaching, where people can collect information, surmise things, gather things. I'm hearing something about a storyboard here. It's like teaching lessons to people. You are the messenger. I'm seeing that very much. Maybe you feel like this is part of your collective mission in a way, to be giving information. I'm hearing proper information. The Magician in the upright sense is somebody who's very clear and pure with what they're manifesting and the words that they're giving out, and are somebody that is like well based in the knowledge that they have. This is somebody that has, I'm hearing a full backpack with them. It's like somebody who knows what they're talking about here, that is going to speak out words that are, I'm hearing, meant to resonate with those around them, okay? The truth that they carry with them. And I'm getting something about being in like this teaching vibe. Maybe you feel, this doesn't even have to be something on a large scale on a platform, although I'm getting for some that you may have your own platform that others are watching you upon. This can be just with people around you. This can be, I'm getting for like school teacher for some. Maybe just teaching people that are younger than you. Something like that. Again, in your everyday life, you can be teaching people things, also learning, because isn't that an exchange of energy there? It's not just what we can teach and give to others, but what we can receive and learn from them as well. You know? Okay, Aquarius, we're going to end it there. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for being here. Always so happy to meet you here. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Thank you.